Welcome in, everybody. We have a different kind of video for you today. We're actually going to be doing a tier rank list for all of the new Pokemon that were added in Gen 9. These are the new Pokemon that were added in Scarlet and Violet. We're going to go through, cover all those. This includes all the regional variants, all the different forms. So, like, it has Miraidon in the attack form and Miraidon as the ride form. So it kind of covers a little bit of everything. We'll try to go through the similarities pretty quick. But we'll get into that. We also want to thank our sponsor for today's video, HelloFresh. We'll get into that more later as well. So let's jump into the ranking and talk about it. So here's our ranking. Like I said, it has all of the Gen 9 Pokemon, the different forms, Miraidon, Koraidon. All 4 Squawkabillies are separate, all 3 Tatsugiri. So we'll go through them a little bit quicker. But we'll start with the Tauros. The standard new Tauros, we'll give it a B. It's fighting type, it's fine. And then fire and water, we're gonna put those at C. I don't think it was needed to have 3 different forms of Tauros and those be version exclusive, but that's what we got. The Paldean Wooper, I do like the Wooper, let's go B. It's still Wooper, it's a regional form, so those go there. Sprigatito, I like the starter itself. The second form, I'm gonna give it an A. And then Meowscarada, I'm actually going to put it a B. It's fine, not my favorite. But basically, all 3 starter first forms are going to be S for the new introduced Pokemon. I know people will disagree with that. I personally chose Quaxly. Fuecoco's cute. I like its face it makes where it's just staring. But that's what we're going to go with there. Now, the second form of Fuecoco. Again, I think all the second forms are pretty A design. They're all pretty good. No huge complaints there. We already put Meowscarada at B. Skeledirge is actually going to be an A. I think it's a really good design, and Quaquaval is going to be a B. Even though I went with Quaxly, it's not my favorite starter design. Skeledirge is definitely a better looking starter, but that's kind of where we're at with the starters. First forms are all A, first forms are all S, second forms are all A. Skeledirge is the only third form that gets that A block. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Where would you rank the starters themselves? While I jump over to Lechonk. I think Lechonk is a good design for a little piggy, but it is a B. Its evolutions, however, are C. Not a big fan of Oinkologne. Not a huge fan. I almost put them D, but I'll leave them C for now. The Dunsparce for me is a D. You just gave it an extra segment. I don't think it's just not what I was hoping for when I saw they were adding a Dunsparce evolution. So it was a little upsetting. And that's where we are. Tarantula, B. No, I'm going to put it at C. It's just a ball of string. Spidops, though. Oops, that's not my one. Spidops is an A design. I really like Spidops. Spidops does a really good job of being an early bug type. I think it looks really cool. And then we have Nimble. Nimble's a decent design. I like Nimble. Just looking at it, it's a really cool design. The shiny's a little bit yellow. It looks like a real bug. But Low Kicks is a C for me. And that's partially because I found 3 shinies of it already. And that's annoying. And it's also everywhere. I'm tired of seeing Low Kicks. It is literally everywhere. Rellor is a D. It's literally rolling a dung ball around. And that's just, it's dung. I do like the evolution though. We will give that an A. I like how it's got the ball above it and kind of working with it like that. Greavard. Man, we still have many more Pokemon to go through. Greavard is a... I want to put B, but I'm going to put C just because it's so annoying how you'll just be running and they'll just pop up and encounter them from far away. And the same with Houndstone. Decent designs, but as far as their gameplay mechanics, they're annoying. So, with that, they're C's. Flittle is going to also be a C. It's fine. Nothing great. Esparta at least is a B, but again, nothing crazy about it, nothing jumping out like, wow, this is awesome. It's fine. It is what it is. For Rigoraph, though, I'm going to put an A. I really like the design of Rigoraph. How the tail basically consumed its head. And yeah, it's a good design. Wiglet is a B. Wiglet that's what it is. It's middle of the road. It could be B or C. I wouldn't be mad about it. And Wugtrio is going to be a C just because I don't like how it comes out all goofy. And I liked how Dugtrio was the three right together. This one's like coming out of the rock all goofy. And I want to take a quick second and say thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. And I'm going to tell you guys more about HelloFresh. So with HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You can count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable, and that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Lauren and I have been using HelloFresh for quite a while now. We've had recipes that we really like, ones that we've actually made without HelloFresh because they do give you the recipe cards. So whenever you order HelloFresh, they give you recipe cards, step-by-step instructions. It tells you what you need, how much. If you want to go to the store afterwards, make it again, you have the recipe cards to refer back to. And if you're looking for an easy way to eat well and save money this year, cut back on the expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. You'll love how fast, easy, and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant quality meal right in your own kitchen. It's so easy, even I was able to do it. I actually made dinner for us last week, one of our HelloFresh meals. As you can see here, it was a mozzarella and herb chicken. That is by far one of my favorite meals we've had from HelloFresh. Little chicken breast, a mixture of panko breadcrumbs, Italian seasoning, some mozzarella cheese. So good. The couscous with some chicken stock, also really good. Not a huge fan of carrots. I would personally prefer broccoli over carrots. But this meal we had here came with the carrots, so definitely recommend you check out HelloFresh. You can try HelloFresh by clicking the link below for 21 free meals plus free shipping, and you can try HelloFresh today. Again, huge shout out to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Dondozo, because I always say it wrong. Dodonzo is what I say. I know it's Dondozo, is an F. That one's an F. It's just massive, and Veluza's going right there with it just because it's annoying. Its design is cool, but it is so annoying to try and outrun. So those two belong in the F tier, just because. So now we get into our dolphin Pokemon. The design of the dolphin is A. Love that one. The evolution, though, should have changed more. It's a D. And the hero form going with it, just because why does it need two different forms for the evolution? Why couldn't this just be the evolution? If this was just the evolution, it would be fine. I would give that one a B. But it's why does it need two forms? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Smoliv is a B. It's fine. It's an olive. Middle of the road. Nothing crazy. Dolliv, I just don't really care for. It's a D. It is what it is. And Arboliva is going to be a C. Again, that whole evolution line, there's nothing that jumps out like, yes, I want that Pokemon in my team. In my opinion, it's fine. Capsakid is going to be a B. But Scovillain is an A. I really like that. I still think this looks more like a chicken. I know it's like it's got the egg on its head. It's basically a chicken. Then this is peppers. So I'm not really sure how that evolution works. But I like the grass fire typing. The first of its kind. So that gets it an A. Tadbulb. D. It's fine, not my favorite. And then the shiny is just so hard to tell because the only difference is the orange is red. It's just not great, not what I'm looking for. Bellybolt, however, I actually like Bellybolt. I'm gonna give it an A. I like the design of Bellybolt. The only thing that still catches me off guard is the eyes. The eyes on it are, why are the eyes here when it has eyes out here? But it is what it is. Varoom's a C, and Revavroom is a B. Varoom is just, it's fine. Revavroom is a little bit cooler with the story arc that it has being tied to the evil team, but again, its design it's neat. I'm not sure why the mouth is the, whatever that part of the engine is called, but I don't know cars. So maybe if I was a car guy, it would be higher, but Orthworm is a C. It's fine. It is what it is. Nothing crazy about that one either. Now, Tandemaus and Mousehold. Mousehold has the 2 forms, the 3 and 4 member Mousehold, with the 3 being a 1 in 100 chance. Just like Dunsparce has a 3-segment form, which I don't think... No, they didn't put 3-segment form to Dunsparce in here. But Tandemaus itself is a B. It's a decent design. I like it. And then Mousehold too. I'm going to put all of them at B. They're fine. The only weird thing about that is the evolution, how it doesn't show the evolution. If it's just in your party and it levels up, it's just going to be evolved next time you look. But it's fine. I don't know why they added the new evolution variants where it's a 1 in 100 chance. It makes it harder to shiny hunt, which is going to be interesting. I haven't gotten to those yet, but Citadel and Cetitan. For me, Citadel is an A and Cetitan is an S. Cetitan might be one of my favorite designs they've added in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know what it is about Cetitan, but whenever I saw the trailer, I was sold. I was like, that Pokemon's going to be on my team, and it is. And I just recently found a shiny Citadel, so definitely recommend. It's a good, I mean, it's plain ice, which I was hoping for a little bit more variety. Ice isn't a great typing, but it's fine. But Cetitan, the design was in my final team. I love Cetitan. Frigibax. Let's see. Frigibax itself is a B. The middle evolution is a B, and the Max Caliber looks really cool. I'm gonna give it an A. That whole evolution, Ice Dragon, is such a cool typing. I know it's still gonna be weak to Fairy because of the dragon, but it at least gets rid of the ice weakness by being part ice. Yeah, it adds other weaknesses like fire. But Max Caliber just looks cool. I think they could have done more with the signature attack animation, but it is what it is. Tatsugiri. I like the design. The 3 forms are cool. The shinies, the pink one has the best shiny because it goes all white. The yellow, for some reason, just gets stripes, and the orange adds brown to it. So because of that, I'm going to give the pink Tatsugiri A and the other 2 B, just because of its shiny form going all white. I know we're not ranking them on specifically shiny forms, but definitely how I feel about that. Cyclizar, really cool design. Wish it had a direct evolution, but it's still going to be an A. Cyclizar, just so cool to see it running around the map. I also didn't realize until recently that its tail actually curls up to act as its second wheel whenever it's running around, so that's really cool. All right, Pawmi. So initially, I wasn't sold on Pawmi. I was like, it's just another electric rodent. It is what it is. But Pawmot might be my most used Pokemon to this point. And I'm giving it an S tier. And the 2 other forms get A. Pawmi, Pawmo, Pawmot. Names could be better, but as far as design goes, usability, I've used Pawmot so much in this game, and I did not expect that. So definitely going to give it the S tier. Alright, now we have Wattrel and Kilowattrel. Their designs are electric birds. They are what they are. Nothing crazy. I'm going to give them an A. I mean a B. Put them in B tier. They're fine. Middle of the road. Nothing crazy. Electric flying. It's fine. Bombardier. I'm going to give it a C. I'm not a huge... I like the name. I like kind of where they were going with it, but I feel like they could have done more. It's a single evolution. Like there's no pre or whatever. And the same with Flamigo. Also going to be a C. Just the 2 of them I feel go together because they're just single birds in this generation. Flamigo was almost a B just because it's a flamingo and I like flamingos. But Squawkabilly though, 1 by itself is fine. Why there's 4, it's trying to be like the Oricorio. Because of that, it's a D. We don't need all these different designs. We don't need 4 different Squawkabilly designs. It's just not necessary. And the shiny, the only difference is the hair poof changes from black to white. Nothing crazy. Cloth. So I have mixed feelings about Cloth. I love the design of Cloth, but it has been killing me hunting this shiny that I have not been able to find it yet but I'm still going to give Cloth an A. If I had found the shiny easier, I probably would give it an S. I just really like the design of Cloth. I don't know why. Still don't know why I picked that shiny to hunt when all it is it's a blue crab. But that's where we're at with it. It's just Cloth. Knackley. Man, we still have like 4 rows of Pokemon to go through. This is a long video, guys. Strap in. So Knackley is, I like Knackley. I like Knackley's design. I like its name. I'm giving it an A. Its evolution, Knacklestack is a B, and Garganackle is an A. The Knacklestack it's a middle evolution. Middle evolutions are fine most of the time, nothing crazy. The starters middle evolutions got the A treatment just because I do like them. I mean, Quaxwell's the lowest of the 3, but it is what it is. And Glimmet, and this line here. I'm gonna go B on that and C on this one. It's just whenever it's in the wall and it's attached to the wall, it's distracting, and then you see the gems down in area 0 and you think it's one of them and it's not. And I mean, it's fine. Again, nothing super crazy. I think we'll get into the crazy stuff once we get to these paradox forms and then some of the other lines here. But Shroodle, I like Shroodle. It's fine. Nothing crazy, so it's a B. And then Grafaiai is going to be an A. I really like Grafaiai's design. Another one in the trailer, was super excited to check it out. So that one does award it an A tier. Fido, also getting the A tier. It's really cute bread puppy. Dash Bun's going to go right there with it. Those two are just really cute bread puppies. Who doesn't want a cute little bread puppy? I just think it works. Now Mastiff is going to be a C. It's fine. It is what it is. It's a little angry dog. My Mastiff is a B. I thought about putting it higher just because the story arc it has in the actual story mode with Arven, but we will leave it at a B. Now, these two to me are D tier. They're just tumbleweeds with eyes. It is what it is. They're just tumbleweeds. There's nothing that jumps out to me that says this is a great Pokemon. Gimingle. So we have chess form and roaming form. This is tough because I mean they're 2 different forms, but you can't actually catch roaming form Gimingle, and the chess forms are all static. So chess form is a C. Roaming is going to be D. I know they're adding the roaming to Pokemon Go, and the more I think about it, I'm just going to give them both C. They're fine. I mean, they're interesting Pokemon, but nothing crazy about them. Goldango, their evolution, is going to be A, though. I really like Goldango. I like how whenever you send it out of its Pokeball, it's kind of like a Silver Surfer, but it's gold. So it does get it the A tier. We're not going to have room. Now we hit the paradox forms. So Great Tusk, one of my favorite paradox. It's S tier. I think it's a great design for Great Tusk. I much prefer Great Tusk over Iron Treads, which is here. Iron Treads is a B for me. I don't know what it is about the future Iron Treads. It's not as good as Great Tusk. I really like the primal look of Great Tusk. Brute Bonnet is a B. It's fine. It's an Amoonguss, like nothing crazy about it. And Sandy Shocks is going right there with it. Electric Ground is an interesting typing, but the design of it is not what I would have expected. Plus, how is that existing in primal times when it's electric? And that's a whole thing. Screamtail for me is a C. I don't know what it is about that Jigglypuff that it's not right. Primal Jigglypuff is not a good look. And that's why I'm giving it C. Fluttermane, though, I've really enjoyed using the shiny Ghost Fairy. I just really enjoy Fluttermane. So it is going to get the S tier. Slitherwing, cool design. I'm going to give it an A. I haven't used it much, but design's cool. They could have given it dragon type. That probably would have bumped it up to an A for me if it was bug dragon. But we'll give Slitherwing the A. Roaring Moon is an S tier. That's just such a cool primal Salamence. Definitely deserves the S tier. I've not tried too much of a shiny hunt for it yet. I'm excited to try it though. Now we hit the future Paradox forms with Iron Moth. Iron Moth is going to go right there with Slitherwing. I think both of those are really cool designs. That's the perfect encapsulation of past and future for Volcarona, and I think it's really well designed. So it's A. Iron Hands for me is a B. I'm just not a huge Horiyama fan. I know a lot of people are using it in raids. It seems to be really effective, but I also played Scarlet, so I didn't have a lot of experience with it. I don't even remember the name of this one here, Iron something, because they're all Iron something. It's gonna get a B too. Again, it probably influenced because I played Scarlet. That's why there's 3 Scarlet Paradoxes in S tier, but I will give Tyranitar an S tier. The Iron Thorns does get the S tier. It's a really cool design. I like that shiny specifically where it turns gray is one of the better ones, or silver, because it loses the color. Some of these other ones leave more to be desired, like Delibird. Iron Bundle, it's a B. It is what it is. It's a little Iron Delibird, nothing crazy. And then Iron Valiant also is S tier. The kind of crossover between Gallade and Gardevoir, very well done. I really like the future form of that one. And we're getting so close to being done. Like I said, this is going to be a longer one. So I don't remember the names of each of these Ruin Pokemon, so I'm just going to go based off their design. Again, the other one, there's 2 that I really like, and we'll get into that. So the first one, the deer, is a C. It's got a big water dish on its head, but that one's C too. Both of them C. Not sold on it. This one, however, is S tier. I think that's a great designed Ruin Pokemon. It was extremely difficult for me to catch, but looks really cool. So it's going to be S tier. And then the little fish is A tier. I think it's also really well designed. Again, I haven't used any of these Ruin Pokemon. I caught them and just stuck them in the box and left them. But I'm curious to see how they add the shiny variants of those, because they were shiny locked. So I'm excited to try and hunt those in the future, especially those 2. Now we're at Miraidon and Koraidon. So the actual Koraidon and Miraidon, those are S tier designs for sure. I, again, prefer Scarlet, so I would pick Koraidon, but Miraidon's also very cool. And then the ride forms, I'm gonna give Koraidon a little bit of the upper edge here. I mean the Miraidon. Just because, again, Scarlet, I like the running animation. I know people hate that it runs when it has wheels, but if you watch it, they're float sacks. But I just, again, my Scarlet influence is taking over. We're almost done. A handful left, a couple evolution lines, and we'll be through this. So the Tinkatink line, base Tinkatink is a B. The middle one, Tinkatuff, is a B. But Tinkaton is an A. I really like that giant hammer. I think it's cool that their hammers are built from Corviknight armor. And then the shiny is also, the hammer changes color to match the Corviknight shiny. So that's a really interesting design aspect they added. And I will give Tinkaton a slight advantage into the A tier. Again, another Pokemon I used in my final team. So it does get a slight advantage. The Charcadet line. Charcadet, I want to give it an A, but the shiny, where it only has blue eyes, drops it to a B for me. The evolutions, however, Armarouge and Ceruledge are so cool. I'm actually going to put Ceruledge at S and Armarouge at A. I did use Armarouge and not Ceruledge, but such great designs. I really think they're well thought out Pokemon. I like the version exclusivity with the armor that you need to buy, and it gives a nice twist into it. I know version exclusivity makes it difficult with having to get the item. You can't just trade, but you can also just trade the Pokemon, so that's always a possibility. Toedscool and Toedscruel. I am not a huge fan of this design. Toedscool to me is a C, Toedscruel right there with it. I think Tentacool is fine. I don't like that it runs now. The way it runs on its legs, I'm not a huge fan of, so they are C tier for me. King Gambit is S tier. I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon. Pawniard, Bisharp, they were neat Pokemon before. I never used them a ton. I didn't play a ton of Black and White. But King Gambit is really well designed. I really like it. So it does get the A tier. And it gets a signature move, which is cool. Clodsire is a B. It's fine. I prefer Quagsire over Clodsire. I think its standing is a better look in my opinion, but it's fine. And then Annihilate, the last one, is an A. I think Annihilate is really cool. It's cool to see Mankey and Primeape get some love as well. So Annihilate will be an S tier for me. I really like the design of it, the look of it, the ghost typing. So that's my tier list. I didn't go in here with any thoughts of what I was going to put where. I just reacted in the moment. This is where I think it goes. We have 2 Fs, some Ds, a lot of Cs and Bs and As, and then a handful of S's as well. Some of these could be switched around a little bit, but this is just my gut reaction. I think it belongs here, so that's what we did with it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this tier ranking video. Like I said, this was just all of the Gen 9 Pokemon. If you didn't see my other tier ranking, I ranked the starters. That was before the Gen 9 final evolutions were released. So we were just going based off the first forms. This is what I thought. As far as ranking them compared to just the other Gen 9 Pokemon, that rating would fluctuate if I ranked them next to the other starters. It would be different. They wouldn't all be S tier. But that's kind of how I approach it. I'm looking at these are the Gen 9 Pokemon. This is where I think they belong. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. And again, a huge shout out to today's sponsor, HelloFresh. And that link for you will be down in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.